This is going to be a ranked match as the support Scourge build, the high barrier uptime, corruptions, kind of like DPS support at the same time on a Scourge. So I'm going to be heading into mid. Obviously this is a team fighter, and I'm going to be trying to support my team while also focusing the target and just, putting my focus 5 on that target and then taking their boons away. And then meanwhile, I'll be trying to get revives on my allies and give barrier when my teammates are getting pressured. So I actually see that my druid has been stealth openered on at home, so they're dead. And we didn't really do any aggressive plays at the start, so they're going to just be coming into mid and it's going to be a 4v5 at this point. So we're just trying to survive here. I am getting pressured a little bit, so I put out my blind well on the down thief. And I'm going to use all of my big barrier now because I'm really taking pressure. I see that they're necro liches and I use line of sight to avoid it. And then I use the focus 5 to just put chill on that. So they're going to be pretty low. I see that my rev is really low, so I'm going to try to transfusion them onto the node. I put down my well beforehand. And yeah, we are getting CC'd and they have tons of cleave. And my teammates are kind of just dying, and this is a 3v4, so I am forced to leave. They're not resable, so I just kite off. I put the blind well down here to just avoid being rampaged, and I'm gonna be fine. So yeah, my health is pretty much full here, and they just knocked me off, so I'm just gonna leave and re-enter into mid, and my team will hopefully regroup with me after they respawn. So I go into mid, and their thief is on me, and it looks like they have a power core necro as well. So the thief leaves, but the rev is now here, so I'm 1v3, so I'm just kiting. I'm trying to survive. I use my heal here, and actually, because the necro stops chasing, I turn around back on the rev and land a really good focus 5, and now they're on the run. And because I really don't trust my team to regroup here because they kind of just keep dying, I'm just going to chase this rev, and that's going to make it so that they can't just keep killing my team. And I'll wait for my team to respawn or until, I get this kill or otherwise, because it looks like the rev is going to get away here. So I'm going to head just straight back into mid and try to win that because, yeah, we're going to need some map presence here. My team is zerging at our home, so they're going to get a kill there on the thief. So I'm just going to push into mid, try to maybe get the transfusion on my Ellie, but they misform over to me. There's 3 here. They're going to be able to cleave this for sure. I don't know if we can res this, but I put down my wells. Just try to counter pressure them, because even if they prevent me from getting the res, then I'll at least pressure them quite a bit while trying to do that. And as you can see, their rev just instantly dies when they jump on me. So yeah, they've been really pressured from trying to get that. And I am pretty much out of cooldown, so what I do here is I stand underneath that bridge there. It's a little nice kite spot, and then just throw my staff marks on the node, because I'm really the focus target at that moment. So all I need to do is survive, but I could also still keep pressuring with the staff marks. You can actually see they get the res there because my team wasn't paying attention to the down body, but we're still going to be fine here because we've gotten a second kill. So I'm going to just cap this node and just going to keep looking for kills. So as my role is not really a roamer, I'd really prefer my teammates to be pushing into home right now because they're more mobile classes. So I'd like them to push into home now and get that cap, while I just kind of watch mid and watch the respawns and stuff like that. So yeah, my team is just chasing this thief here. They're getting that kill, and our thief is capping home. So me staying here is probably pretty good, and we're just kind of waiting for the enemy team to regroup. They're regrouping, and they're gonna push into mid now. The rev now, we're gonna be fearing them. Gonna land a focus 5, but it gets obstructed by my positioning there. And yeah, the team fight is really starting, but the thing is we're outnumbering them pretty heavily. We have 4v2 here, so yeah, they're going to be taking a lot. Their necro tries to contest the nodes, so I start putting down my wells just to peel for myself, and yeah, they have some wells too. So I'm gonna use my heal, and there's a thief as well. So I try to bait them onto the node where my traps are from my ranger, and they get hit there and leave. So now it's me versus the necro trying to hold the node here. I'm doing pretty fine on cooldowns, and we've actually got far and home capped. So all I need to do really is just keep the status quo and just hold this 1v1 as long as possible. So that's what I'm gonna do. They lich form me, but I use my corruption well to try to, you know, fear the lich, because stability turns into fear. So yeah, lich isn't really too good against corruption well. And now at this point, it looks like the hollow smith is on us too, but we have 3 here, so we're gonna be fine. I'm gonna try to heal my Ellie here with barrier yeah, I gave them a little bit of barrier there just to keep them alive, and they leave, so they're gonna be fine. We get this kill on the necro from our ranger getting a nice immobilize as well, and I'm just gonna finish this out and get as much life force as possible. So we've got far and we've got mid. We pretty much just need to keep these 2 nodes, so I'm just gonna be watching the node and seeing if I really need to help them at far. So I see, yeah, at home they most likely, well, they're winning that. Yeah, they're winning that, so that should be fine. So really I can push into far, but as soon as I do, their thief heads into mid, so I'm going to, yeah, they used their short bow 5 to get into mid, so that blind well wasn't gonna slow them down anymore. So they're probably gonna get this decap, so I'm just gonna recap the entire node, which means that they're essentially gonna get more map presence because I'm gonna be stuck here, and as a result, far is going to be lost because I'm not there. So I could have just stayed far and won that fight, but I feel like since we have home, we could just play mid and home. So I just try to fear this Rev here to get them off my Ellie, and the thief is going for the decap again, so I'm going to double dodge to get on the node and prevent that decap, just because every point is worth it, and there's no reason for me to get decap there. So at this point, my Rev is in need of help. I'm going to try to barrier them. I think they run out of my barrier at the exact split second that it happens, but yeah, we're gonna still be able to support them. And okay, so my Ellie died down here, so I'm gonna transfusion them up to me, but as soon as I do that, their entire team sees me and starts cleaving, so I'm gonna back off on that. That's not resable, and they're gonna misform down, and we're gonna try to res again. So I put down all my wells, and we have Jade wins, but yeah, they have a lot of CC and still way more people cleaving than we have resing. So I'm forced to leave this. I go into the kite spot, and the lich form is gonna, well, they don't really see me, so they're going for our Rev. But I'm just gonna try to survive here because I know that when we have people dying like this, I'm gonna be permanently outnumbered, and even though Scourge can survive well, it doesn't survive well outnumbered. So I'm just gonna try to survive here as long as I can. I may need to disengage from this entirely because the Rev, you can see the Rev has eyes for me. So I'm trying to counter pressure them because, oh, the thief is on me now, so I stun break and I have to well on myself. But yeah, their necro is on me now, and I'm getting feared, and yeah, the Rev is gonna finish me. I try to kite spot, but yeah, there's way too many people on me now. But because I stalled out my death so long and held 3 players for a good, maybe 20 seconds, it actually allowed us to get side nodes. But this Rev really should not be going for this kill because they want to regroup with my team, not isolate themselves further, which they've done. They've basically isolated them and ensured that another person would die on our team as a result. Unless they survive, of course. So I'm going to try to regroup at mid. Yeah, the Rev is going to die because they attempted to res me there. Don't res people that are getting 3v1'd. Just get presence elsewhere on the map, because you're just going to die next. And essentially you're not going to get any presence if you do that. You're just going to keep dying, and doesn't really get your team anything. So the Ellie here, I could go for a transfusion, but obviously they're going to be very aggressive on this cleave, so I'm just kind of baiting them to over cleave it. Rather than rezzing that, I'm just pretending like I would res it, and that means that my ally gets revived sooner or respawns sooner because they die sooner. So instead of bleeding out my ally like the Rev did, I actually make a mind game play to revive them sooner, just, you know, not literally reviving them. And so yeah, this holo is pretty low, but we're kind of outnumbered here. So I put down all of my wells. As soon as I notice that I'm in a outnumbered situation, I use all of my wells. But my teammates have left me in a 1v3 again, which isn't terrible because we've got the decap on far. But yeah, we're kind of just like AFKing around. So yeah, the thief is kind of just sitting at home, which is making me outnumbered a lot of the time. So I am going to die again. Our ranger is going to put their traps on the node, but yeah, they're going to be outnumbered as well. So we have 2 deaths here. I think our Rev has died quite a bit this match, but I just need to, because I'm seeing that my team is not very good at making decisions and rotations, I just need to brute force it, go through home node. Don't try to make, you know, match numbers at all. Just go home, just brute force it and get the kill no matter how many people it takes, because winning something is better than winning nothing. So yeah, we're gonna just go into home, just run it down mid, run it down home, and I get the stomp here with my stability, and we're gonna throw our corruption well off to the side accidentally. But yeah, we're just gonna 3v1 this necro now. We're gonna lose the rest of the map because there's nothing else I can do. If I play alone, then my team is gonna leave me alone. So really, I just want to play with my team. So we're winning now because I'm playing with my team. So we're gonna get that kill. And at this point, I mean, we pretty much win the game if we just simply push into mid, have one person watch home, and just get the decap on mid, and we'll win. So that's all we're really doing. We're just pushing in, leaving our ranger at home. And yeah, we've even got a kill at mid. I'm going to try to support my thief there a little bit. Looks like they got the res there while I was trying to support the thief. But yeah, we got the decap, so this is really good win condition for us. And I'm just going to stand on the node. And I see that my Rev is going to go down again. I don't have transfusion, but I can just cap the node. And because the game is so close to being over, I can just stand on the node and we'll win. So, yep, I'm just going to do that. We stand on the node, just spam out the barriers for our team here. Yeah, my Ellie has plenty of barrier here, but they're getting chased by 3 people. I get Jade Winded in my corrupt well, which is actually pretty good for me. And yeah, we're just going to keep healing. My Ellie is down. I don't have transfusion yet. And yeah, we're just going to kite off, but the game is already over. So that's pretty much how you want to play the support / DPS Scourge build.